See Craft Corner. Come say hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. How is everybody today? I keep looking for something and I just had it. Do you hate when you do that? You had something in your hand and you're just not sure what you did with it? Yep, that's me today. I had something in my hand and now I don't have it in my hands. And my bookmarker is stuck. So come on in and say hello. I'm a little out of sorts. A little unorganized. But we're going to talk about adding extra pages into our book. And what kind of papers and things those things can be. Here it is. I was looking for this. I was looking for this because our little felted hat is all felty and done and taken care of, and it looks super cute. Good morning, good morning. If you guys are missing it, there is a 1, 2, 3 sale going on over on the page. You guys can check that out after the live is over. And what a 1, 2, 3 sale is there are items there for $1, $2, $3, and shipping will be actually calculated after the sale is over. So I'll be adding some more things throughout the day. And I might even add a $5 sale. I'm not sure. So there are stamps over there. $1, $2, $3. There's some ink pads. I'm going to be adding more ink pads in a little bit. But I just needed to come on live with you guys. So I took the spine. We made it into this really cool little bookmarker. And then here's the cover. This is what we're actually going to be working on tomorrow, is the cover piece. And decorating it up. My time is 3:15 tomorrow for the Whoville event. But I kept this out specifically so that we could start to put together pages to go inside. So let's organize just a little bit for a second. Here's another one of these pockets. I may end up making another one, but we felted that. Good morning. Good morning. I'm fuzzy. I'm sorry. Sometimes my scoreboard makes things fuzzy. So there we go. Try going out and coming back in if I'm fuzzy. I had 3 of these. Here's one. Here's 2. I'm not sure where 3 is at. It's here somewhere, you guys. It's around here somewhere. Just not sure where. But we'll find it. We'll find it. And then here's my pieces that I've been cutting apart and using the ephemera for. Let's set that to the side over here. And then I have papers that we're going to cut down and we're going to make pages. So I was coffee dyeing some paper, and we're just going to add these just as they are right into the journal, so that way they can be like written on. Look at this. This is lovely. Look at how lovely that turned out from the rack that I dried it on. It gave it this really cool line effect for writing on, you guys. So it's just, all I did was I took instant coffee. I put it into a spray bottle, into a squirty bottle, and I laid my paper out and I sprayed it. Now, typically, I do my coffee dyeing outside on the clothesline, and it's just been too cold. So, here we go. So, look at how cool some of this paper turned out. And this, I had some lace laying there, and the lace leaked onto and that got kind of cold too. So, I have these papers. These extra things we're going to set to the side for now, because we have these papers. Then I did coffee dye some music paper, and these are Christmas hymns. Yeah, I don't know why my videos sometimes start fuzzy and then clear up. I hope it clears up. Let's just do that. Let's try that. See if that helps. Sometimes that helps. So these were also coffee dyed. One paper, or 2 types of paper that I also like to use, and I just didn't have any coffee dyed, but I'm going to do some today, is lined paper, so college ruled paper. This gives you a nice place to write and to journal on. And then also, this is just fun paper to add into your junk journals, and this is graphed paper, so it has like the little squares and stuff on it. Also, other papers you're going to see me using today is some leftover pieces of the, I cut that out to use that. We're going to use that. This is the leftover paper from a project. So, and then also I pulled out some of this Christmas paper because it's nice and bright and jolly and cheerful. And while I'm probably not using the barns because that doesn't go with my theme, but the trees will, the holly will, the Santas kind of will. You know, we have poinsettias, so there's paper in here that we can use to supplement. So I also want to talk to you about these memory protectors that I sell over on my Close to My Heart website. And these are fun add-ons. And I think I'm going to add some of these into the book throughout. But what you do is they're sticky. So they're sticky on this side, and then you just attach that to your book cover, your page, whatever, and then it's a pocket, you guys, and it's a clear pocket. So that's nice to add photos in, and I think I want to add some of these in my book on the pages that have the stories written in it. So there we talked a little bit about what add-on things that I'm going to be probably adding into the book. Also, I buy these clear pockets, I'm very sorry if it's fuzzy. Let's try this. Hang on a second. Let's try this. Sometimes it's the camera lens, you guys. So I might have a fingerprint. Maybe there was a fingerprint. Maybe that's better. Okay, so if you're watching the replay on here, type in #replay. If you're watching the replay over on YouTube, this was a previously recorded video over on Facebook, and I'm happy to have you follow me there as well. Okay, also some things I want to consider adding in are some paper bags. I have 2 sizes, and these can get picked up at Hobby Lobby, wherever like party stuff is. These are like party favor bags is what they are. And they're just a paper bag. You can get them in a lot of different colors. Okay, so let's start talking about where we're going to stuff things. So I'm going to copy dye some of those, and they're going to get added in. Do I put these all in one? No. Typically I like to divide it throughout the book. So I don't even know how many pages are here. We do have this add-in page here, but we have 1, 2, I might have to copy dye some more of that paper. I'm not adding anything in between these, but 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, okay, so there's like 28 pages. I don't use internet. I use data service. And I have 5G full bars, so it should not be my service. Facebook is just sometimes it is glitchy like that. I don't know why it is that way. If I had a solution, I would fix it. But I don't have that solution, so we just have to muddle through sometimes. So I'm really sorry if it's blurry, if it's fuzzy. I'm really sorry. It is overcast here in Pennsylvania, but I honestly have full-on bars. Okay, so what you want to do is divide out how many different sections. So if I have 30 sections, I can do 6. 3, yeah. I can do 6 different sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 9. We can do 9 sections. So if we do 9 sections, what is on here? Hold on, there's something stuck to my paper. Oh, it's just a divot in the page. You're still going to watch. All right. Hello, Elizabeth Garcia. So you can do 9 sections. You can section your book as you like. I'm not usually very fussy when it comes to that, but I can tell you, I'm going to keep the 11-inch length. This is 8.5. 8.5 is going to be too big for that. So what I need to do is I need to cut them down. So, let me just listen, you guys. I'm trying to like clean and do things at the same time. So I just lay these on my cutting board and I cut very cautiously because the paper gets a little brittle in, you know, the starting and stopping of the drying time of the paper. But so we're 8 inches by 11. And that's going to fit perfect into the book. So, is everybody ready for the Whoville event? It starts here in not too much longer today. You can watch all of the presenters over in the Sparkle Room. So just use caution because you don't really want to, you don't want to tear up your paper. You could also, if you want, you could use a tearing ruler to tear the edges so that it has kind of that ruggedy look to it. But I don't mind using the paper cutter. Like I said, I'm just a little cautious with it because I don't want to see, like right there, it starts to tear. Just stop and use your scissors. Just boop, like so. Hey, Chrissy Coleman, are you off of work today, girly? She must have off of work. She must have off of work. All right, so this is the last of these. Hold on, I have... This one is like crinkled on the bottom edge down here. Let's cut off the crinkly part. So there's our 8 inches. There we go. Missed a little section. Okay, so those are all cut and ready to go. What else are we adding? I have 2 Christmas carols. These are going to go in the book just as they are. So these are 5 3/4 by 8 3/4. So are they going to hit all 3 holes? No. So I want to make sure that they're either up or down when it comes to putting them on the rings. So I have 2 of those. Again, I might do more, I might not. So let's talk about like the extra things. So this I'm probably not going to use on the rings, but this I will because it is plenty tall enough to catch at least 2 rings because it's 9 inches. So this is going to go into the book just like so. Probably some decorative papers on it. This I have a plan for later on. And then we have our papers that can be leftover pieces from our, projects that we've been doing from the papers. So you can use those. Also, oops, let me scoot those out the way. Also, this is 8.5 by 11 cardstock. Like I said, there's some really pretty papers that will match nicely, like these Christmas trees. I definitely want to use those. Let's use some of this holly. And you can read your story and see what will fit. Thanks so much, Monica, for the stars. I appreciate it very much. Let's do these 2. So just pulling them out, you guys. Just pulling them out. And then we're going to talk about what you can do with something that's 12 inches. So now what we're doing is we're just filling the guts. We're just getting the innards ready for the outwards. I like the candy canes because that pulls some blue in. And I also like this kind of quilted page. That's kind of fun. Okay, so I pulled out a bunch. You can add in as many as you want. Okay, so but the more you add in, the bigger rings you need because your rings are going to be like, so you want to make sure that you're doing those things. Also, I have these that I want to use in this book as well. So my decision here is it can only be 8 inches. So I can do that. I can do this as a fold out. Let's pull one of these out. And again, if you don't want the white, coffee dye it, tea stain it, dye it with food dye, whatever you want to do. So it can't be any bigger than 8 inches. So I'm just going to do this. We're just going to make a fold out from this section here. And this can go anywhere in the book. You can pick these up at, where did I get these? Hobby Lobby has these. So they're placemats is what they are. Yeah, so you just put it was coffee, vanilla, and cinnamon. You put it in a spray bottle and you just shake it up real good. I use hot water so it breaks it down really nicely. And then it worked out well. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to mark your pages where you want your holes to be. So in looking at it, what I do is kind of like line it up and see, do I want this at the bottom or do I want it at the top? you know, so when it folds out, when it's on the rings and you open it, where do I want that to fall? So my suggestion is, if you're giving this as a gift to a child, you can do a couple of things here. You can not add it on the ring, and you can fold it in threes and tuck it into the pocket. I also had some Santa letters. I'm not quite sure where I put those, but if I find those, we're going to tuck some of those in here as well. But so that's something that you can do. If you're giving it to a child and it's on the rings like this, I would take this out, let them do the coloring and the word search and the scrambles and stuff, and then fold it and put it back in as a keepsake. I would not let them sit and color with the whole book, because, you know, then they might, they're children. So what I'm just doing is, these are 8.5 by 11. They're single-sided, so you can choose to coffee spray them if you want, or you can choose to mat them. So let's talk about different ways of matting these so that they become really cool. So you can do one of two things. You can take some of your coffee dyed paper, you can trim it down a little bit more, and you can glue it to the back side of this, frame it out some just so that it turns out really cool. Where's that one that had the really cool lines on it that I said would look really, really cool for journaling? There was one that just turned out perfect. It's this one. So let me just trim this off a real little bit here at the end, so that way it frames out nicely on the 8.5 by 11 paper. And then you can just glue this down. Then when it's 3-ring bound, you have the pretty decorative paper on one side, and then you have a place for all of this writing on the back side. So, hello, Dawn. We're just talking about things that can go into our junk journals. And I'm working on a 3-ring bound journal that we're going to be doing all of the cover work tomorrow during the Whoville event. So if you're not part of the Sparkle Room, you want to go join over there, you guys, because all of the presenters will be in there from today and tomorrow. How fun will that be? And you can watch them all in one place. So you could do a couple of things here. You could do some stamping on here, get some script and do some script stamping. You can, if you don't like the white edges, ink up your edges. That's okay too. Whoops. Hang on, I have glue somewhere on my hand and it's grabbing the paper. There we go, found it. So then this becomes a really cool journaling page. So you can add some photos here. Maybe you go to see Santa and then do all of the things here. So there we go. All right, let's set this to the side. So that's what I do. I do a piece, set it to the side. But we also have to be thinking, where are we going to put these really cool things? These things. Also, on these kinds of papers, you can take some of your like decoration pieces, your little ephemera parts, whatever you want to do, and you can add them in here. I liked this. 'Tis the season for baking. With the boy and the cat. I'm not sure what I want to do with this, but I want to do something special with that. But, you know, and here's 'tis the season for travel. Here's the postman. So you can even do something like this on here if you just want to give it that little extra. Let's trim this out. I think we're just going to add this little piece right here. Where are my scissors, you guys? I have so many pairs of scissors that are just missing. Good morning, Diana. So you guys check out the 123 Black Friday sale. It's going to be going on and through Sunday night. You can still decide on things through Sunday night. I just asked that all orders be paid for by Tuesday. This is a sale where I'm going to be charging you guys actually exact shipping. So, you know, don't worry about that. If you have questions about what something might cost to ship to you, you can always send me a private message. And we're going to have fun with that, you guys. So it's a nice way that you guys can interact with the page too. Yeah, my belly is still full. My belly is still full. So, and I also ask that if you have outstanding things to pay for, that you take care of those before, before you're saying that you want to do that. So this is the time to decorate. So, you know, you just want to have fun with your ephemera things. Okay, this we can do. Let me scoot this to the side. I want the kid shoveling the snow. I'm not so concerned about the man. So what I want to do is we're going to trim that off. This says, and a time for families to come together. And I just think that's a fun little saying thing that we can use. Let's see, this I cut to 2.5 by 3. So let's go 2 3/4 by 4. And this is just scrap paper that was laying over on the side over there. So we can do, whoops, that's a little big. What did I do there? It was 3. Oh, it just needs to be 3 1/4. So, just like so. Thanks for the stars, you guys. Thank you guys so much for the stars. I really appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to slap this on here like so. And then we're going to put this down at the bottom down here. But I'm going to create it kind of as a tuck spot. So I'm only going to glue 2 sides. So it's kind of like that little pocket. And then this at the top. And then you have all this place for writing. And it just makes it look pretty. So then it's going to get 3 hole punched and added to the rings. Okay. Just like so. And you can even, you know, use tags. You can tuck a tag in there so that way you know it's for this, that it is something, so that whoever gets the book, they know it's someplace for that. So you guys, tell me in the comments, what was like the favorite food that you ate yesterday? Even if you didn't eat a Thanksgiving meal, you still ate something yesterday. What's your favorite thing that you had to eat yesterday? Okay, so that's a way that you can decorate up the back side if you don't have double-sided paper for your books. Okay, so that's one way. Let's scoot this out of the way. And I think I'm going to be done with that. Okay, so now if you have a piece that's like this, whoops, so it measures 8 inches high. I typically am liking the 11, but that's okay. And it needs to be at least 8 inches for yeah, I know what I'm trying to say. It needs to be 8 inches for to fit inside the book. So I just, you know what I'm going to do is we're going to fold this in half, just like so. It's not quite the 11 inches, but that's okay because it gives it more interest. Chex Mix is all you ate. Okay, so there we go. So it actually measures 6 inches out. So it's not out all the way, but that's okay. And you're going to say, but it's open, flopsy mopsy. Let me get my little punch board thing here. And I'm just going to open this up. And we're just going to do a little punch, you guys. We're just going to, just like so. So that way, when whoever is flipping through it, they'll see that it's a pocket. And you can add something, you know, extra that'll make that stand out. That'll make it pop. I like it because it reminds me of Whoville. Like, what did the Grinch see when he was looking down over? Maybe this. Ooh, mashed potatoes. Okay, so Evie made, what did Evie make? Oh, gosh. Hash brown casserole Evie made. And, guys, it was so good. But I mixed my corn with it. And it was a happy accident. It mixed on my plate. And, it mixed on my plate, and I was like, oh. But when I ate the corn and the thing together, it was so good. All right, so I'm just going to attach this here. So that way when this is closed, you can see that this is a pocket. And then you can create a tag for a pocket like this. You can also, we can also probably, depending on where the holes lie, you know, one of these little house things might fit down in there, and that'd be fun. So it's going to be a pocket is what it's going to be. So we're going to glue 2 sides. So yeah, it was corn and it was hash brown casserole mixed together. That was my favorite thing I ate yesterday. All right, so there's my 2 sides. You don't need to glue the 3rd side where the fold is. And then this will just go as a page inside the book. Now, we're just talking about the pages. I'm going to insert all of the pages between now and tomorrow. So there we go. Now we have a pocket. So how you measure up your pages that you're going to punch in there is just use one of your covers, because you don't want it to be too far in that the holes are just barely missing. You don't want it to be too far out that you have too much sticking out at the spine. And do you want it at the top or do you want it at the bottom if it's not fully? I think I like it for at the top is what I think I'm liking there. So all I do then is line it up where I want my holes to punch. I use my pen and I just mark it. Okay. And then I take my hole punch. It's not a 3-hole punch. It's just a regular hole punch. And I find where my little circles are. And then I just punch. And punch. So now it has 2 holes. When it goes into the book, it's gonna fall at the top. Okay, so when you have pages that are the full-on pages like this, decide which you want to be seen first. And then do the same thing. Just line it up. Oh, I didn't cut this down. I left it at the 8.5 inches. Shoot. Shoot, you guys. Okay, that worked out pretty good. Y'all got... See, I do make mistakes, but in junk journaling, you just have to be satisfied with how your... pages turn out. You just have to you have to say, okay, that's it. Now the rest I have to remember to do that. So we can get some glue back on here. Yeah, hash brown casserole is so good. It's hash brown. I don't know what all she puts in it, but it's delicious. And I saved myself some for leftovers for today. Join us on Tuesday for Crafters in the Kitchen. We have the leftover makeover. How fun will that be? Okay, so that's there. Now, where do you want your holes to go? So that way it'll line up. So we're going to do it this way. And do the same thing. Just line it up. Oh, hang on. The stuff that's in my pocket shifted. So just line it up with your paper. Where you want it to be. Double check and make sure it's lined up neatly. Do the same thing. Grab your pen and just zip, zip, zip. And this is what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be doing the hole punching and adding the pages in. Sweet potato casserole, yummy. So there's 1. There's 2. And there's 3. So then this will go into the book just like so. Cool, right? Cool beans, right? Okay, so that's that. Let's set this to the side. So we talked about that. All right, let's talk about if you have a 12 by 12 piece of paper. Let's pick something. Let's use this. This is kind of cool. Okay, so 12 by 12 is how you can make a pocket using a piece of that. So I want to cut this down to 8 inches. I'm not going to make that mistake twice. So there's our 8-inch piece. So I'm not going to, anyone have any questions about how I punch the holes? Because I don't want to keep punching holes on here and have you bored out of your minds. Okay, so there's 8 inches. This is going to go in the book this direction. But then it's too long because 11 inches is how high the book is, and this measures 12 inches. So if I score it at 1, it's going to give us a pocket, but not a very big pocket. I like my pockets to be at least 3 inches. So give that a score I should just leave this punch board down instead of putting it up and taking it. I put things up and I put them down. I'm just going to go right in the center because this we're folding up is going to be a pocket. So I'm just going right in the center here. And punch. And then you're going to have this piece right here. So you can take a piece of your scrap paper then and mat this side. That'll just look really pretty. Let's do that. So that's 8. Let's cut it down to 7 3/4. And then by whatever size it is. Yeah, and I'm using a mixture of paper. So, you know, it's all Christmas paper, but we're just mixing it. So we're just going to do this, that this is also going to become a pocket. And we need to add pockets because we made things like these little houses and we want places for them to be able to live. So, you know, you want this to be able to be tucked into a pocket like so. I did this one last night because someone made the suggestion about making the door that you could open it. So I did. This has a little swing to keep it closed, and then when you open it, there's a little Whoville character in there all excited running down the steps on Christmas morning. So, you know, just do fun things like that if you like. But these things need a place to live. And so you want to make sure you're creating places for that stuff. So let's add this. And then I'm going to show you about the little pockets that you can attach that are sold by Close to My Heart. I use them. They're meant for in scrapbooks, but I use them in books like this because they're just cool. Okay, so we're doing that, and then 2 sides down here to create that pocket. So you got 1, and you got 2. Hold this up. Now remember, this is going to get punched and put into the book. And you decide, do you want your pocket to be your front page, and this part to be your back side? It's entirely up to you. But I like the idea of this big old house just living here in this pocket. Yeah, the house with the door is really cool. So on the back side of this then, what you can do is you just take these pockets, okay, and you just attach them. And then they will like swing up and swing down or swing out and swing back. So I'm hoping I can fit 2 of them on here. Because I think that would be cool. You can also create waterfalls with these just by the same way that we do waterfall in our book, you know, like so, and then this underneath, and then you have the pockets to stick things in. But I think I just want to do 1 here and 1 here, and then things will slide in from this direction. Now, one thing that's important is one side of this is going to have holes punched in it. So let's decide where the holes are going to be. I want this to be at the bottom of the book, not at the top like we did before, because of the house living in it. So let's just line this up with the bottom. And grab your pen. I know I said I wasn't going to be doing holes all day long, but some things it's important for you to kind of see how that will work out. So let's just hole punch here, hole punch here. So those are going to go onto the page then. So now I can be mindful on this side where I put my thing. Now I can go all the way out to the edge and the hole will just poke it, but it's going to make it hard for whoever gets it to put it this way. So we could also do 1, 2, where did I put them down at? And these are fun. They're called memory protectors, and they're by Close to My Heart. I will share a link for these on my page when I get off of the live. So if you guys want to just click right on over. They are having Black Friday sales, so I don't know if these are on sale or not, but these are 4x4, so they will hold a 4x4 photo. So you can do 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, that they stagger that way. You can do it as a, maybe we should just do it as a waterfall, you guys, so you can see, because then you just add this. Here's the pocket. Then this flips up and you have your next one. And the same thing, and your next one. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. We're committed now. So then inside these little pockets, you're gonna put pictures. You can cut 4x4 pieces of scrap to tuck down inside of there so that it looks pretty as a placeholder. So you just take the sticky, there's a backing here, and pull that off. And then just line it up. Hang on, let's make sure it's lined up straight. We're going right in the center of the page here. Right at the top. And it is clear, so then you can see, that's kind of nice. You can see your pretty paper between there. Then you just flip this up, grab your next one, and do the same thing. Pull the sticky back off. Line this up underneath there, like so. And then flip this up. And keep going until you have as many on as you like. I think 5 is a nice kind of number to use. So these are fun. You can use them on scrapbook pages. So if you're doing a scrapbook, these will stick to other papers like this plastic. It will stick to paper. It will stick to a lot of different things. So the only thing is, I'll tell you, use caution, because once you put it down, it's down. So if it's crooked, it's crooked. That's the only thing I can really advise you. So I think I want to do 5. Let's grab 2 more. Here's 1 and 2. And they really are super easy. You just pull, except the things get staticky on you. Line it up here. Press it down. And then your pockets are in the front part there, which is nice. So is that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like I can probably get 2 more on there. These 2 come in, I forget how many was in this pack. So good morning. Good morning, Miss Karen. We're just making a waterfall that's made with these little plastic sleeves for on this page. I just, once you get started, you just can't stop, you guys. I like it to go all the way to the bottom of the page. So we can get 2 more on here. So if you guys want to take a screenshot, go ahead. They're called memory protectors. They're by Close to My Heart. The number is Z3235. Make sure when you're checking out that Jimmy Lou is your maker. Okay, so that way it's all good. All right, so here we go. Pull this off. Line this up. And I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do a happy mail drawing. Anyone who orders these pockets this weekend, I'll put into a drawing, and we'll have some happy mail. Okay, so there we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 on there. They're clear. Okay, so then all you do is you just take your scrap paper at the end of your project that you have lying around. I think if you cut them 4x4, that's the right size. Let's just check that out. So 4x4, yeah, 4x4 will slip right in there. So you can just add in, your pretty papers wherever. If you want to add in, funny character here or there. I think this would be cute, actually, right there on the top part. Let's trim it down. Let's trim it down, you guys. I'm not sure if there are more sizes or not, but I will check. So I just cut it down to 4 inches, and we'll just attach them right to this blue, so that way it looks, gives it a little bit of decorative part around it. So let's just do some trim work, and this is again just one of those books that I pulled apart, and we are using the as ephemera. So there might be bigger sizes, but Instagram and things like that, or those Instacams, they take 3x3 photos. You can also, if you order photos like online, you can order them to size. You can order them that your photos will square out to 4x4, and then they'll just fit right in there. So I'll be adding more things on the flip part too. So this will go right into the book like that. So that's one thing. See, I'm showing you a lot of things of what's going to go in, and then I'm going to do the boring part off camera. So we'll do a special drawing. Anyone who places an order with Close to My Heart over the weekend, get their name in for a special drawing. And the Close to My Heart website for me is, no wait, is this, hang on, clipboard. It's the Messy Craft Corner. You want to make sure when you're checking out that you're checking out with the Messy Craft Corner. Okay, so all of these papers here, these are just going to go, they're going to go in. We just need to cut them down to the 8 inches. And then I also have a scrap piece here that is already 8 inches. And it's 8 inches by the whatever. So, but I'm just going to cut it to 11. Cut it down to 11. Okay, and then, you know, you can do some fun little extra things with this as well. Where did I go with my little extra? Oh, I don't know. You can do library pockets, CD covers. CD covers are fun to use as pockets because they have the natural look of the circle here. Also, let me tell you, if you really, really wanted to, you could create a waterfall using these, you guys. So you just attach it like so, pull up. Same way with this, you can do it this direction. And just do 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, this does not have glue on it, so you would be safe to do that. The only thing is they are like an inch. And I really like it to be 1/2 inch. So all you have to do is lay it on here and just trim it down to 1/2 inch. Let me grab a couple more of those. Because these will make fun. This will make a fun waterfall. I love waterfalls in my books because it gives you tons of places for you to put photos then. So I'm just trimming these down to 5.5 inches so that makes my little fold my 1/2 inch. So let's see. 1, 2. This I think we can get away with 5. 3, 4, 5. We'll see. Because you saw how I am. So this, I think I might like to do on this side just because, you know, we have one thing on one side and then all we need to do is just mat it with something pretty on the opposite side. So let's do that. Yeah, cute ideas, right? I want to give you the most places for you to stick, you know, cool things, even if it's trinkets, even if like maybe you go on the Santa train and you get tickets or something like that, you can stick them in these pockets then. And then what I would do for the back side of these, because it has this little hole right here, is I would cut me a frame. Not big enough. Hold on. Let's see what I have in my scrap pile over here. A bunch of scraps over here. So is you would just, you know, cut yourself a piece that's 4 3/4. No, not 4. Yeah, 4 3/4 by 4 3/4. I always have lots of scraps laying around to do this kind of stuff with. So keep a bin like under your table or something, because now I can mat this here. So it's going to cover up that little flippy thing there. And you can also do them on the inside here. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So that way it looks pretty. Now you can do some stamping around the edge. You can coffee dye these if you like, whatever you want to do there. So to do, oh my gosh, I stuck it in there and I cannot get it back out. I'm just going to trim it a real little bit here for going in. So you just want to glue the back side of it and then slip it into your CD folder. These CD holders, they came from Amazon. So you just slip it down in there. Just slide it down in and press it down. And now you have this cool background with that on it as well. So let me finish cutting those up. we need one for the back side. So I'm going to do one as a sample. All right, so we put this here, and then this is decorative too. So now you have places to add photos and extra little pocket things to stick things down in. So, plus it's a waterfall, you guys. I mean, seriously, how fun is that? So here we go. There's that. I need to cut this one down yet. And if you don't like the white part that you're going to see as part of the waterfall when you flip this up, you can also just take slivers of your paper, cut it to size, you know, and glue it on there or something decorative. All right, so this is going to be my top one. Here is, come on now, here's my paper that I'm going to stick into. This is going to be a page in my journal. It's 8 inches by 11, so we're going to cut it down to 7 3/4 by 10 3/4. So you guys asked for like the ideas for the pockets and things like that. So you could make, okay, Becky Smith, thank you so much. She's like my unofficial assistant. So this is going to go on here. It's just going to frame it out. And then we're just going to center these up right in the center of the page, because the holes will punch over here, and that's okay. If you really want it to measure in a 1/2 inch and scoot this over a 1/2 inch so it looks more squared up, whatever you got to do. So there are a bunch of sizes. Awesome. I just know I always order the 4x4 because it fits into my books nicely. Maybe I could have to order some of my own of the bigger ones and see how they are. All right, so let's add this onto here, just like so, just like so. Perfect. Okay, now we can start by adding a little bit of glue. You can use tape and glue if you want. I'm just going to go with the glue for now. So I'm folding this down. I'm lining it up. I'm not going all the way to the top. I'm going to let some of that decorative paper stick through. So we have that. Now, what if you get photos on CD? Okay, you know what I'm talking about? Back in the day, you took your rolls of film to Walmart. They give you a CD. CD you could put into your computer and you could see all the pictures. It was just something extra special that they did. What if you stuck those in here? Super cool idea. So I'm gonna do the decorative paper throughout the waterfall, probably off camera, but I think we'll get like 5 in here. So just line it up, make sure it's straight, and then press it down, and then see what that's going to look like. It's going to be a waterfall, and all of the pages then will be these really cool pockets. How cool, right? These definitely work for shakers. You can use these as shakers. The close to my heart ones, I've not tried it, but I bet you, I'm not going to try it today, but I bet you could make it into a shaker, and then just use, you know, like your flat iron and just press the edge to seal it. I bet you could do it, with the close to my heart ones. So let's see, we're going to be able to get quite more than 5 on here, you guys. So, I'm going to skip on to the next part. But you get the idea here that now I've used CD covers as a waterfall element. So get creative with these books, you guys, because, I mean, why not? So all I have to do is add my photos or my picture. You can add pictures into these, and how cool will they be? So you can ink these up. You can stamp on them if you want to. I'm just going to leave them white because I think they'll be okay white. So that's 5. I probably will get like 7 or 8 on in total. But then that's ready to go with a 3-hole punch on the side over here. You can do some that are just plain, just the plain things. Is this the big bag? Okay, so this is the big bag. Let's talk about this. You can notch out your top here if you like, so that, you know, it's a pocket. That was definitely not in the center, you guys. But you can use some decorative papers to pretty this up too. So I'm going to cut it to 4.5. Look at this one. This is fun. 4.5. And then you can do the entire backside back here, like so, which is measures 9 inches. So let's do 8 3/4. I like the candies. So this will fit on the back side here. It's nice and shiny. Reminds me of sparkly Whoville stuff. And then also on the front side, we'll use this at the bottom down here. This little pouchy part here is 2 3/4. And that will fit on the front here. So then we just need something extra for the top part there. Let's use these snowflakes. So 4 inches. And then I want it to tuck down inside of here, but it doesn't. If we do 6.5 inches will be plenty. And then again, I'm just going to hole punch this. It's going to get holes. It's going to get the holes in it. Oh, geez, what did I do there? I have no idea what I did. It should have been 4 1/4. That's okay. 6.5. 4 1/4. Oi, guys. Oi, oi, oi. So we're just going to tuck these things in here like so. So let's do this one. And then this is making something extra for the book. So I suspect the book is not going to be completed tomorrow, as I was hoping, but that it will be next week. We're going to keep working on this. I have a few more books that I'm going to keep working on. I have some special things coming up in December for you guys. So there we go there. Okay, then just like we do when we make these into a book is I'm just going to add a line of glue here and a line of glue here. Press that down and that's going to become a pocket. So you can put a tag in there or something fun in there. And this is going to go right on there, right up to the edge. Oh yeah, I scared myself. And attach this right there. And then this is going to go right into the book. So grab your, any tags that you might have made or that you're going to make, can slip down in here. And then this also becomes a pocket. So this smaller and larger. Smaller. Oh, I can't imagine. Well, I guess 3 by 3 might be the smallest they do. I'm not sure. So this goes into the book then. So let's talk about the hem paper. You got 2 choices with the hem paper. You can take the hem paper, you can mount it onto the back side of one of your pretty papers. So, and these pages here that I'm calling my pretty papers, you can do some extra things with these as well. So let's do that. We have this and we have a red. Let's grab the red here. And what I'm going to do is, this is 8 by 11. This is 8.5 by 11. I'm going to take this, I'm going to lay it on my scoreboard here, and I'm going to score 1/2 inch. Okay. So 1/2 inch is getting scored, and then I'm folding this over. Wait, I pushed a little too hard, you guys. I cracked right through. Okay. Don't push so hard this time, Jimmy Lou. Don't push so hard this time, Jimmy Lou. I was a little forceful there. And then I'm just folding this over like so. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is on the back side of this, we're going to attach it right like so. But it's going to be just, oh, you know what? We do have to trim it down because of the holes. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot about the holes. So cut it down to, it'll be 7 3/4 at the fold. Okay. And then it will fold over and it won't interfere with the holes on your page. I'm still a little nervous about that. Let's trim this down a little bit here. Okay, and I'm just a little nervous about that, so cut it down to 8 inches, score it at 1/2 inch, and then you can attach it to your page here, and it will have this cool fold out effect. So let's do that. And then what I want to do with the paper with this is we're going to do Oh Little Town of Bethlehem, and we're just going to mount it right on the front here. I'm leaving the insides open for whatever, for pictures or whatever. You can coffee dye it if you like, whatever, okay? You can also take these, just tuck them into a pocket somewhere in the book, or you can just hole punch it and have it as part of your book. So let's do that. So we got, you know, I think I'm going to do Go Tell It on the Mountain, okay? Because the Grinch lives up on the mountain. Is everybody with me there? So just add some glue along this part right here. Let me see, what are we doing on time here? Okay, we're gonna finish up here. We're gonna start wrapping it up. So all these lovely pages that I've been working on are gonna get added to the book. You guys will get to see that kind of tomorrow. We'll check it out together, and then we are gonna do the cover of the book on the Whoville event tomorrow, you guys. So Go Tell It on the Mountain. And then, you know, maybe we can get a piece from our ephemera that could match that idea. So it depends, because, you know, this book was kind of nice about the Grinch, but, you know, we have these. We can add 'Tis the Time to Decorate. Oh, got that mailman. I love the mailman. I think we're going to use the mailman here. Okay, let's get this pressed down. Just like so. Okay, and then we're just going to glue this right on here. I'm going to go kind of high to the top because we're going to cut out this mailman and we're going to put him at the bottom, and he's going to kind of go over top of part of the hem, but you sort of get the idea. Yeah, you love Go Tell on the Mountain. Me too. That's one of my favorites. I love the Christmas songs. I'm a Christmas song person. Anybody playing Christmas music yet? I am not, but I would like to, so. All right, so we are up here. And I went a little high, and I sort of twisted it because I want to cover as little of the hem as I can. Hang on a second. Okay. So we're just going to fussy cut. We're going to probably lose this. Okay, I don't know how much of the snow I want to lose, but let's just kind of cut into our man here. That's more what I want. I more want the man than anything. Here we go. And then we have all of his little letters up here. We're going to lose some of those. But that's okay, because we can use them other places. So when you're fussy cutting, remember, move your paper, not your scissors. It makes it easier for the cuts. So here's our little mailman. He's going to go tell it on the mountain, you guys. He's going to go tell it. So I think if I trim some of the snow off, we'll go down even further. So let's do that. So we're going to glue him right down here, right over the top of all of the things. And then when you open this is a place for photos. You can cover it with pretty papers, coffee dye it if you like, whatever you like to do there. And it'll just be fun. So let's do this. Just remember, any dimensional kind of things that you put inside the book, as far as like things that pop up from the page, tags, and that kind of stuff, it makes bulk in your book. So just be mindful of that. So yeah, go tell on the mountain, and he's going to tell everybody. He's going to take the Christmas cards. So just something fun. Okay. You can also take, if you want, like a piece of fabric, you can make, let's see, where did I put my tab punch? You can also do a tab from scrap paper. Give me a piece of like actual scrap paper. So we have this, then we can fold it in half like so. And you can put the tab, you know, at the top like so, and that's going to help it to remember to turn. You can actually do it off to the side here. Just remember you're going to have rings there and it could get caught up. So that's another thing to just keep mindful. This book is shaping up about what I thought it was going to. We're going to go right here with this and just press it down, and that's just a tab. And you can, I'm not going to do anything to the top up here, because then whoever gets it, if they want to write on there, they can. But then you just have that cute little tab, and it will stick out above the book, but that's okay. It's okay to have things sticking out above your book. So that was that. And there was one last thing that I wanted to do, and that was with this. Turn this on. These little bags make really cool little tiny pockets, and I'm not sure where this is going to go in the book, but I do know I want to use it. At least use the idea of it. So what you want to do is you want to take it and you're going to cut it. You're going to cut is what you're going to do. So let me see if I remember how to do this. Is you chop it off. Any size bag will work to do this little pockets. I've seen lots of people do it, including Teeny over at Coastal Styles, etc. Keep her in your prayers, you guys. She's been having some health issues. Okay, so there's our piece like so. Now we're going to put a little pull tab on it that when you pull it, the little pocket is going to open up and it's going to create this little like bag type thing. Okay, so what you got to do, I think I should have cut that down just a little bit more. Sorry if we're jiggling, you guys. Yeah, just a little bit more. Okay, and then this is like a true fashion of using scrappy stuff. Let me grab some more of my scrappy stuff. Holes punched and top up there. Okay. So you just want to cut them down to your sizes. So I'm going to go 1.5 by 3 1/4. So 1.5, 3 1/4. That's about too small. 3 1/4. 1.5 is going to be this part right here on the outside. So that's going to fit right there. Okay. And then you need a small sliver of a piece. I'm going to go with, it's going to be 3/4 of an inch. So 3 1/4. And then by 3/4 of an inch is going to fit this little right there. Okay. So just like so. Okay, and then the inside of the bag also gets something. So we're going to make that something green. So we want 1 3/4 by 3 1/4. By 1 3/4. And this is going to fit in the bottom of that little bag. Okay, so we have our pieces. I'm not doing anything to the back side of it because I'm going to attach it. I'm going to glue it down somewhere. Y'all, I think my comments are stuck. So let's start by opening this up. We're going to pull it open just like so. And this piece here, we're going to glue right into the bottom. Okay, so let's glue it up. Either that or y'all are just were like so inspired you ran and got your paper and you start doing one. And just glue that in the bottom down there. And then you're going to want to stick things in there that are just fun, little tags or something. So let's see, we have this one. Let's scoot this over a little. That says Merry and Bright. Let's put Merry and Bright in there. You know, and you can use some of your Whoville stuff to match, but oops. Hold on. Thank you, Sue, for giving me something to tell me my comments are not quite stuck. But then stuff like this can fit down inside of your packet, and you know, put a little a tag down in there if you like, and then this folds down. So we're going to take this and we're going to glue this down. I have to remember, where does it goes on this part. Okay, so your little pull piece just needs to be a little bit of a ribbon or piece of material. I'm almost done. Okay. And you just fold it over like so, and you just put a little glue on each side here. A little glue on this side, a little glue on that side. Let's grab that glue machine. And whoops, dripped on my board. A little bit here, a little bit on the opposite side. Don't put on any folding parts, because if you do, it's going to get stuck. You can also use a tab punch, like I just used that tab punch and punched it out. Ooh, that's smarted. Fold this over like so. And then when it's laying down, it has that little tab. And then you can do little pulls. Now listen, you can do several of these on one page if you want to. But my thought with this, and the thought of doing this might be, oops, like, yikes, I glued that down. Glue that on there. There we go. I have a little fuzzer that got caught up in my glue there. Okay. And then glue this down. And then let's find a little, do I have a little guy? I need a little guy. You guys, I need a little guy. Or a little package or something. Something Whoville-ish. Something Whoville-ish. Where's my... this over here? Nope. Listen, you guys. I'm getting to the nitty-gritty here with my Whoville pieces. So we have this little guy here. He's not very happy about his yummies. So let's just cut him out. He's got his who hash, I think. Is that what that probably is? Maybe it's his who hash. I don't know. We're going to stick him on there. Okay. Just fold that down a bit. When creating a journal or any type of book, do we use cardstock? Can you send a link? Okay, so Francis, it depends on the size. Okay, so the decorative cardstock usually, typically from the store, is 65-pound weight. I use 65-pound weight cardstock from Michael's. That's where I buy my regular plain old, just the plain color cardstock. Okay, the paper that's coffee dyed is not cardstock. That is in fact just copy paper that I've coffee dyed. All right, so you just give this a little, make sure nothing's glued down in there, and then you glue this to your page and you just pop this apart. So let me pull my book out. Here's my book. And then, you know, I have more coffee dyed paper that's going in. I have this little coloring sheet is going in. All the fun things. So my idea with these pieces here, and also some of these pieces, is to get into the book itself, the actual like book pages, and find a place like, where can we put something that when you, oh, where's my little who guy? Wait, I lost my who, my who man is missing. Find a place where this will fit the story. And that you're okay with covering it up. Okay, so we have this. We have the Whoville Feast. So, you know, you can add something like this down to the bottom down here. I guess maybe you can't see that. But this is the story. The page here is completely full of Whoville Feast stuff. So if I add this on here, I should have made that green. If I would have made that green, you guys, it would have really popped out from this book. But, you know, you can find a place where this will look cute in the story. And just glue it down, okay? And if you don't want to cover up the pages, you know, the pictures, you can find places where there's blank. And I'm going to show you that here in 1 second. And that's going to be the last thing I show you. So let's add him. He's eating his little Who snack. And then just add your glue. And attach it right to your page, you guys. And that's okay. It's okay that we're covering up Grandpa down here, because we've added something really cool to the book that when you get to this page in the story, it becomes interactive. And that's kind of the fun of doing a junk journal like this. So that's one part right there. I have a fuzzy stuck on there. It's still like giving me trouble, you guys. Okay, last thing is these memory protectors. These will stick onto this page as well. So find a place that's kind of cool. So I kind of like this. With maybe add the Santa, because he's like, hello, what's happening here? But find a place where you want to put like a little flap page that will like flap out. Like this right here. This is like the perfect spot for this. So you can take this, again, you're just pulling off the like this. Yeah, cardstock is sufficient, and 65-pound weight is plenty. And I'm just attaching this right onto here. And then just get yourself some decorative paper. Remember, it was 4 inches. Cut it to 4 by 4. 4 by 4 by 4 by 4 by 4. Hang on, I found something that's 4 by 4. Something I have extra. These Christmas trees are cool. And they have a little bit of glitter on them. So just cut this down to 4 by 4, and then we're tucking it in that page, in that little pocket protector. If you have a stamp that says place photo here, you can gladly like stamp the back side of that, because that would be cool to have, you know, this decorative piece here. Maybe even decorate with a little piece of ephemera, and then, you know, flip this over, and then there's a picture of, you know, sleigh riding or something like that. So just adding these extra fun little elements to your book make it more interactive and make it more fun. So I will see you tomorrow at 3:15 Eastern time for the Whoville event. We are gonna have 45 minutes in which we're going to decorate up the cover of the Grinch book here. So, and you're gonna see me. I'm gonna have all this stuff tucked inside of here in the pockets, you know, wherever, all the fun things that we've been creating. Just loads of fun, loads of fun. Let's tuck this one in this way. I like to tuck things in the pockets, you guys. So, I will see you all tomorrow. Yeah, if you need chipboard, you can message me about the chipboard and I'll give you the link. Yeah, this book is going to be amazing. So we're going to decorate the cover tomorrow and then put it in place over here. And then anything extra that I feel we need to do the book, we'll do next week. And then this book will go up for sale. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you have a really good rest of your day. I hope if you're visiting with family, you get to do more fun things with them. Remember to always be kind no matter what, because you never know what someone might be going through. And I'll see you guys real soon.